commands we need to talk about. Load, commence fire, fire when ready, and cease fire. Load, when you hear the load command, this is basically telling you to load your firearm. You're essentially going to be taking your cartridges, and that's what these are, cartridges. They are not bullets. You do not load bullets into your magazine, not a clip. This is not a clip, this is a magazine. You do not load bullets into a magazine. Into a clip. You load cartridges into a magazine. This whole assemblage of parts is known as a cartridge. It has 4 constituent parts. It has its head stamp. On the head stamp is basically the face, the bottom of the cartridge. In the center, it's called a center fire cartridge because when you pull the trigger and the firing pin engages the bottom or in the center, you're going to hit the primer cup in the center. The primer cup is in the center. That's why they call it a center fire cartridge. Once this primer cup is hit by the firing pin, it creates a spark. This spark ignites the other constituent part of this assemblage, the gunpowder. The powder explodes. It then propels the bullet from the casing to go screaming down your barrel and out of the muzzle towards your target. So when we say load, we mean take your loaded magazine full of cartridges and put it into your handgun and chamber a round. We'll go over how to do that physically with a hands-on exercise very shortly. The other command you might hear us say is commence firing. This means you can begin shooting when you are ready. There are some things you need to do to get ready before you actually pull the trigger. When we say commence fire or fire when you're ready, it's not like a race, like the Indy 500, where you just have to pull the trigger right then and there. Take your time and go through your pre-shoot sequence. And we'll talk about that very shortly. Essentially, we're talking about having a good grip on the handgun, being in a good stable stance, about exercising your breath control, using your aiming. Make sure you got a proper sight picture.